There's a level of discipline that makes people uneasy, not because it's loud, not because it's flashy, but because it's relentless. Today, you'll learn how to build that level of discipline. Think about that one person you know who never seems to fall off. They wake up at the same time every day. They show up even when no one is watching. While most people quit after a couple of weeks, they keep moving. While others explain why they couldn't, they don't explain, they execute. People usually say one thing about them that's not normal. And they're right. There's an ancient system developed by Zen monks in Japan that creates this exact kind of consistency. It's called Gujoji, a form of practice that sustains itself. Once you understand how it works, quitting stops being an option. But be warned, this method isn't comfortable. It forces you to let go of a version of yourself you've been protecting for years. Before we go further, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment below the one habit you want to lock into your life. Your comment isn't just engagement, it's the first step of commitment. Let's begin. Chapter 1: The Wake Up Call. This story is about a software engineer named Raphael. Smart, capable, successful, but inconsistent. Gym routines lasted a few weeks. Meditation faded after days. Books were bought, barely touched, then forgotten. Every cycle looked the same: strong motivation at the start, doubt by midweek, excuses by the weekend, and promises to restart next Monday. Raphael tried productivity apps, habit trackers, accountability partners. None of it stuck. Because the real enemy wasn't laziness, it was how his brain was wired. Everything changed when he learned why Zen monks can practice daily for decades without missing a day. And no, it's not discipline or willpower. It's something far deeper and more uncomfortable. Chapter 2: The Monk's Rule. In Zen monasteries, there's a principle that looks simple but changes everything: practice without interruption. For centuries, at exactly the same time every morning, a bell rings. And every morning, the monks rise, no debate, no delay, no exception. What never happens there is this thought: should I skip today? That question doesn't exist. Why? Because the brain sorts commitments into two categories: optional and absolute. Optional commitments invite negotiation, absolute commitments bypass it. When monks take their vows publicly, they're not promising effort, they're declaring identity. They're no longer trying to meditate, they are meditators. Modern neuroscience confirms this. When a commitment is made public, the brain treats failure as a threat to status. And historically, loss of status meant danger. Raphael applied this immediately. He wrote, "I am someone who meditates every day at 5 a.m. for 90 days. He signed it, shared it, told everyone. People laughed. Some doubted him. Perfect. Now quitting would hurt more than continuing. Chapter 3: The Daily Battle. Even with public pressure, the struggle didn't vanish. His body still wanted comfort. That's when he discovered the second principle: non-negotiable timing. Every day, most people waste energy deciding when they'll act: morning or evening, before work, or after. Those tiny decisions drain mental fuel. Raphael chose 5:00 a.m., not because it felt good, but because it removed distractions. The time wasn't about efficiency, it was about eliminating excuses. The first week was brutal. The second week felt strange. By the third, his body started waking up on its own. Eventually, action came before thought. But a new loophole appeared. He stopped negotiating when and started negotiating what. Chapter 4: One fixed path. Variety feels healthy. In reality, it's where consistency collapses. Changing routines forces your brain to make new decisions, and every decision reopens negotiation. So Raphael removed all choice. Same exercises, same order, same duration, every single day. People called him robotic. That was the point. By week 4, resistance faded. By week 6, the routine ran automatically. Research shows that repeated actions in the same context eventually shift control to the brain's automation centers. At that point, effort disappears. Then life tested him. Chapter 5: No gaps, sickness, travel, bad days. This is where most people quit because they believe consistency requires perfection. It doesn't. It requires continuity. When conditions were bad, Raphael reduced intensity, not commitment. Push ups became fewer, meditation became shorter, but the sequence never stopped. No gaps. A river may slow, but it never stops flowing. That's Gujoji, practice that carries itself forward. Chapter 6: Pre Decisions. Unexpected problems break habits because they force decisions under stress. So Raphael pre solved everything. If traveling, bathroom workout. If sick, minimum effort version. If exhausted, reduced duration, same ritual. No thinking, no debating, just execution. When the answer already exists, discipline becomes automatic. Chapter 7: Becoming Uncomfortable. By day 90, the habit no longer felt like effort. It felt inevitable. People noticed. Some admired it. Others felt disturbed by it. They said his discipline wasn't normal. Exactly. Because normal produces average results. Consistency isn't about doing something daily. It's about becoming someone who can't stop. This system doesn't improve who you are. It replaces who you were. So the question is simple. What habit will you declare publicly? What part of your old self are you ready to let die? Comment your declaration below. Subscribe for more content like this. Consistency that scares others is the only kind worth building.